of we can say embedded system engineering. Okay, embedded system engineer or engineering, right? So as we have seen, the embedded system, if I see, it is nothing but a hardware. Okay, so in a hardware what we come, so if I take this embedded system, it is combination of a hardware, and it is combination of a hardware and say software, isn't it? Hardware and software. So what is there in a hardware? Inside a hardware there is something, a processor, or there is a microcontroller, isn't it? There is a microcontroller, right? And as I said, under the microcontroller, so we had many controller, like we had a PIC microcontroller, then we had AVR, we had ARM, okay, we had 8051, okay, then we had Cortex, okay, and inside this all is for a controller, right? And for a processor we have seen 8085, then 8086, then 386, 486, so on, and then Pentium series is there, and then I series is there, right? So this is all about the hardware that we have seen, right? This is all about the hardware, and plus what we have in a hardware, we can have the plus inside this we can have sensors, okay, input devices, right? And we can also have output devices, right? We can also have a output devices, isn't it? Okay, so if I have to go with the sensor, you know, input device means you may have, you know, sensor, isn't it? Okay, I'll tell you that also. So I have a sensor, say temperature sensor, okay, which when you use, it will sense the temperature and it will give you the signal. Okay, if you go for a light sensor, it will sense the light and it will give you the output. Okay, and if you go for humidity, okay, relative humidity sensor, it will give you humidity, right? Likewise, sensor is a device which is going to sense some physical parameter and it is going to give you a signal. Got it? Yes or no? Right? Then now next we have input devices. You may be having a question that what is input devices, isn't it? Do you know what is input devices? Okay, so input devices may be your keyboard. You are supposed to look at the screen, or you have to look at me. Okay, we have the input devices. One is keyboard. Second can be a switch. Okay, a switch when you press. Okay, then you can have any device, okay, which will be able to give you the inputs. Okay, or there can be any kind of sensors. Okay, the sensors also come under the input devices. Okay, because sensor is going to give the input to the controller, right? And when I go for a output device, when I talk about output devices can be your LCD, right? LCD means display, LCD liquid crystal display. Okay, so we can have a small display on which we can display the contents, isn't it? Then we can have LCD ho gaya. Then we can have monitors. Okay, then we can have I shall write it here, pumps. Okay, output devices can be pumps. Okay, that there can be a relay, there can be LED, isn't it? So these can be output devices. So we have talked about these output devices, hardwares. Okay, hardware is nothing but a combination of your processor, controller, input devices, output devices. What input devices consisting of, what output devices are consisting of, that already we have seen here, isn't it? Now there is one more part which is untouched so far. Okay, so that is a software part, right? Software part. So until and unless you do not write a program to do a particular task. Okay, so we have to write a program, we have to write a program, right? And this program has to be downloaded into the microcontroller. Okay, so I have a hardware, I have a input devices, I have output devices, I have a sensors. That entire thing is ready, but unless and until you do not write a program, the things will not happen, isn't it? So as much the hardware is important, equally to write the program, it is also equally important to write the programs, right? So here to writing a program comes under a software. Okay, that is called as software development, right? So for software, again, for a programming, again, you need to write in some particular language. Whatever we are communicating in English. Okay, so we are communicating in English. I may be communicating with Aditya with other language, say Kannada, right? I may be communicating with someone else in other language, say Hindi. Likewise, my processor or controller understands some particular language. Okay, as it is a kind of machine. Okay, so my microcontroller is a kind of machine, right? And machine understands its own language, that is called as a machine language. Okay, it is a machine language. Okay, so what is a machine language? Machine language is only either 1 or 0. 1 or 0 मतलब क्या? हाँ या ना, yes or no. Okay, so you can treat analogy, this can be yes, okay, and 0 can be analogy with no. So machine understands only 1 and 0, okay, and this is called as a binary. It is called as a binary language. Okay, binary language is having only 1 and 0. This is also called as a machine language, machine level language. Okay, but it is difficult for us as a programmer to write the programs in machine language directly. Okay, then what we can do, we can write the program in other languages. Okay, so what are the different options that we can have for writing the program? We can write the programs in, for a microcontroller, ASM. ASM is nothing but a assembly level language. Okay, second, we can write in C language. Okay, we can write in a C language, and also we can write in say Python. Okay, so ASM is a low level language. Okay, it's a low level language. Assembly language is low level. C is a middle one. Okay, or it's a middle language, middle layer language, and Python is called as a higher level language. Okay, ये क्या है? Higher level language है, isn't it?